Hello everybody and welcome back to Freestyle 7 Point Series. My name is Trevor Goldberg and I'll be your host as we wrap the international leg of the Hello everybody and welcome back to Rigs of Rod's Semi-Realistic Point Series. My name is Preston Vieira and tonight we close out round 8 of competition and freestyle for the channel debut here in New Orleans, Louisiana, and we find out who will break the top 8 overall tonight and continue their appearances. Don't forget, RORSRPS is a sign-up series. You don't even need Rigs of Rods to get in on the action. Always check the comments under the week's freestyle video to see what trucks are available for sign-ups after the show. Leave your name and Instagram if you have one to lock in your truck for the season. It is one truck per person though, so choose wisely. And one last thing before we get started, RORSRPS Season 3 trading cards commemorate every truck and driver featured this season in randomized packs of 7. You can check them out and get your hands on them at RORSRPS.com. And when you get 4 packs or more, you get 25% off your order automatically. Whether you're searching for your favorites, looking for limited editions, finding your own, or collecting them all, we got them only at RORSRPS.com. Now, let's get a look at tonight's freestyle lineup and see when everybody will be hitting the track. Kicking off the freestyle competition, it is Steven Thompson in Hurricane Force, followed by Raab in American Guardian, Cody Saucier in Monster Energy, and CJ Mente in Storm Damage. Then we got Caden Gamer Expert in Gunslinger, followed by Gebruder Frank in Kong, Jeff Brock in Snowhawk, and closing out the first half, it is Madusa in Medusa. Kicking off the second half, Giovanna in Megalodon Fire, followed by legendary Jerr in the Liberator, Josh Tonkin in Son of a Digger, and Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. In our final 4, Colt Stevens in Thunderroarus, Devin Barber in Avenger, Shane Lake in Gravedigger 35, and of course Trevor Goldberg, our Dubby Racing champion tonight, in Max D. You hear him. Let's find our first driver of the night, Steven Thompson in Hurricane Force, taken to the track, saying hello to all the fans and giving them one last look at that awesome Hurricane Force body. The natural disaster team started here on the channel last show in Melbourne, Australia, managed to both make it into the top 8. Hurricane Force thanks to a racing runner-up position in the Mudfest track we had last week. If you haven't seen it, go back and check it out. 2 minutes on the clock. We're going green with a big sky wheelie to kick off the run. Wow. Nicely done. I mean, not the most air we're gonna see tonight, I bet you, but still some nice air and a great vertical sky wheelie there. There's some big air over the bus stack to keep the run going. Hurricane Force went down early last show in the freestyle competition after a failed backflip attempt, literally right after being shut off. We'll see if he can keep it on throughout the entire performance. 30 seconds down, so he will be getting a score. If you don't know, you need to fill those first 30 seconds in order to get a score. Not only just to get a score, but without a score, you don't qualify for freestyle season points, so you're stuck with whatever you added onto your points total in racing. Not good when you want to earn consecutive shows. You need to break the top 8, and that factors in both points, overall points, for the show of the week. Nicely done over the set of cars. Looking for a little bit of a slap wheelie there. Couldn't quite hold it up, but nonetheless, keeping this run going past the halfway point with some nice air over that freestyle obstacle. A little bit of a cross thread there, and another little slap wheelie over that adjusted racing lane. Look at that. Massive air and a hard flat landing for Steven Thompson. Ouch. But he is still on all 4 BKT tires with 30 seconds left on the clock. There's a lot he could do here, and air is one of them. Nicely done. Again, a great little slap wheelie there, heading towards that back wall, so he does have to cut it short. Look at the air from Steven Thompson, man. He is lighting it up here in New Orleans tonight. A little bit of a cross thread there, trying to keep it away from the wall. You don't want to get shut off, touch the wall, and you are shut off. You may have the opportunity to be refired. Over he goes. Can he get a save to close out the run? He does. That is a 7.25 for Steven Thompson in Hurricane Force as he is up on that back wall of dumpsters, man. yeah, we're going to have to get him off of there. But one last look, Hurricane Force kicking off the night with a 7.25. Not a terrible run, not a terrible score. But I say it every show nowadays, we have not seen a 7 take the freestyle win yet this season. Coming out next, Raab, American Guardian, taken to the track. His first Golden Days show of the season. He's been on the tryouts tour twice now. Getting us started with a big leap up the center. There's some nice air under those tires. No BKTs for this 2005 version of American Guardian. There's a nice hit right there, some nice air. Once again, going for the big air hits here tonight from American Guardian. Raab keeping it running, looking for these 2 cars down at the bottom of the track. I don't know if that's going to be a popular one or not tonight. So far, we have both drivers going for it as we head down to the bottom. He does pass those first 30 seconds, a quarter of the way through the run. We'll see what kind of score he gets by the end of it. Solid cross thread into that racing lane from Raab. I want to see him turn up the dial. He still really isn't to the halfway point of this run, which is when a lot of drivers really choose to up the ante and throw in some bigger moves. Look at this air. A hard hit on the front end for Raab, but it pops him onto the rear end, and he is able to keep it going. Less than a minute on the clock now as he passes that halfway point. What is next for Raab? Some more big air over the double. Nicely done. Walking it up and over the fun box as well. Raab throwing in the big moves just as I asked for him. I love it, man. A little bit of an awkward hit there, but walking one back tire up and over that set of cars. He comes around to the bus stack. Some more nice air for Raab. Less than 30 seconds on the clock now. What is left for Rick here tonight? Going right up the center, step up with some more nice air. Oh, pops him on the nose. Another great save towards the back wall. Beautifully done. Oh, over. Save it. Yeah. Keeping it going, back down on all 4 tires. That fills the clock, and for a score, we get a 7.8. Enough for the lead, but again, it is still a 7, so we'll see what happens throughout the rest of the night. But for now, Raab with a big sky wheelie takes the freestyle lead. Trying to get that truck settled towards the back wall, and he does. Beautifully done, man. Raab, American Guardian, your new leader with a 7.8. Solid run, some great moves in there from Raab. Coming out next, somebody who knows some great moves, Cody Saucier, Monster Energy, going right up that step up with a massive sky wheelie. We thought Steven Thompson's was big. Wow. Coming around for that corner shot with some more big air, 2 massive hits to kick off this run, and I don't think he's going to let up anytime soon. Cody Saucier, no slouch in the freeze competition or racing competition for that matter. He's going to nose over hard there. Big nose dive and a big hit on that front end, but he is back on all 4 BKTs. Luckily, he is not a Werewolf no beam truck, so that drive shaft is still intact. Front suspension still connected to the truck. We'll see what happens for the rest of the run here. Little slap wheelie riding right up that bus stack and tagging those 2 back tires on the top. Look at this. Beautiful skills move here from Cody Saucier. Lets it go down and able to continue this run on all 4 BKTs. Uh-oh. You got to run up. Massive air from Cody Saucier over the double with some huge air tonight. Coming around for that cross thread on the bottom of the racing lane. Some more nice air and another awkward bounce that sets him up beautifully for a solid transfer onto that downside. Nice cross thread there. Oh, looking for a slap wheelie. Can't quite get that nose up, but does ride those back tires a little bit. 30 seconds left on the clock for Cody Saucier. A long amount of time for someone like Cody Saucier. Not just those 30 seconds, but the full 2 minutes. Over the mountain of cars with some ease. He is killing it right now. This may be a new leader. We've seen some of the biggest air of the night from Cody Saucier, and there's some more of it. Oh my goodness. Beautiful landing on all 4 BKT tires, and that is gonna fill the clock as he looks for a cross thread here. 7.75, potentially another robbery here for Cody Saucier. That is second place by 0.05. American Guardian, it must have been that save. American Guardian still holding the lead by, again, 0.05 of a point here tonight. And he is going to get up on the fun box and park it for the fans here in New Orleans. Cody Saucier, Monster Energy, your new second place leader right now, or second place spot, I should say. He's not a leader. We'll see what happens. He is on the podium with 3 trucks to have taken the track tonight. CJ Mente, Storm Damage, coming out next. We'll see what the second half of the Natural Disaster Racing team can do. Plows right through the motorhome to get the run started. Nicely done. Wow. Not only did he plow through a motorhome, but he caught some massive air out the backside of it. Coming around, going for both fun boxes here within the first 30 seconds. Nice slap wheelie there. Oh, wow. Standing it straight up and down on top of the bus. 30 seconds down, so a score will be coming in as he launches it over the double. He's gonna clip it, but he manages to get it down on all 4s. That was a risky landing there for CJ Mente, but nonetheless, on all 4s, able to keep it running. Look at this hard side slap, but manages to keep it down once again. Getting close to the halfway point of this run, getting close to the wall and the stairs as well. Try to keep it away from the commentator booth, guys, please. Nicely done over the fun box there for CJ Mente. Look at the air over the bus stack. Heading back towards the back wall. Look at this. A momentum stoppie from CJ Mente in Storm Damage. We know he can throw down. We saw him go nuts last week in Melbourne, Australia. Had one of the best runs of the night. That is why he is here tonight. We'll see if he can keep that up for the rest of this run. 30 seconds left on the clock with some big air. Another trip up on the landing, though. That is a rough one. Sliding that truck around, looking for the backside of the double into the racing lane. A popular hit here tonight, but another one to add it to the list. And we got some donuts from CJ Mente getting down to these final 10 seconds. What is left for him to do? He's going to go right up the center with some nice air, nose high, and a big landing back tire first. Wow, look at this. CJ Mente sets it down, looking for a score. A 7.6. So he ends up below Cody Saucier in Monster Energy. I'm not gonna say Robin, proportionately, I guess maybe it is good, because I do think Cody Saucier had a wilder run, but yeah, we're getting into rough territory again. Caden Gamer Expert making his driving debut in freestyle here in New Orleans, going right up the center, classic Scott Hardsock style. And again, you see those turning issues coming into play with this Gunslinger truck as he slides, almost clipping the wall. We would have had to shut him off there, but manages to keep it controlled, manages to keep it away, and keeps this run going. Getting close to these first 30 seconds already. Look at the air. Wow, and a beautiful arc up and over that racing lane. That was huge. Another slide, man. The turning for this Gunslinger truck. I mentioned it in racing. In the mud, you couldn't really tell. Everybody was washing out. But here tonight with normal dirt, it's a problem. There's some sliding again and over into the dumpsters, unable to get himself off of there with just gravity. That's going to be a very short run, but a score nonetheless, a 2 for Caden Gamer Expert. That is not the way he wanted to go out tonight, especially going out in round 1. That might be our points loser here tonight. Gebruder Frank and Kong coming out next, looking for that step up, going for a skills combo here. A little sky wheelie to slap wheelie attempt into a nose wheelie. That was solid. But now you got to up the bar and go for some big air, because though it was solid, it wasn't the most successful move we've seen tonight. You gotta get the fans into it here. Big air over the bus stack will do it. Nicely done, and that gets us to these first 30 seconds. So a score will be coming in as he goes for a unique hit here. Not much air. Ooh, and he sets himself up for a bicycle here. Again, trying to go for another stoppie that doesn't quite work. Getting to the halfway point. Some nice air over the wall of steel there. That was huge. Oh my goodness, completely clears it. Everybody's been kind of tagging it or getting really close. That was just massive air up and over it from Gebruder Frank. And we going for another stoppie here, but he's able to walk out the nose wheelie, throw it into reverse for that moonwalk back up the ramp. Solid, but I'm looking for big air here tonight, man. And this might be it right here, going for that cut racing lane, massive air. Yes, it is. That was huge. And a big rebound on the landing for Gebruder Frank in calm. Wow. Oh my goodness, look at this. Big cross thread, a big hit on the roof there. 27 seconds still on the, they take it away. That means he is done with 27 seconds. A big hit on the roof there. That's going to be a 5.75. A really low score, not as low as Gunslinger, but the lowest of the night otherwise. Rough score here in New Orleans for Gebruder Frank. Jeff Brock in Snowhawk, semifinalist in racing tonight, coming for the double to kick off his run. Solid first hit there. Nice big sky wheelie up and over it, and then combos up the second half of it. Little cross thread over the bus stack. Not the biggest air we've seen tonight, but he is within these first 30 seconds still. He does not want to go over too early. Speaking of going over early, he almost rolled the truck in racing. If you haven't seen that, go back and check it out. He managed to pull out a save, but did get shut off going into Colt Stevens' lane. So not the best look for Snowhawk, but nonetheless, hyping the fans up for his freestyle performance for sure. He's passed those first 30 seconds. So a score will be coming in at the end of this. Look at the air from Jeff Brock in Snowhawk. We know this truck can launch. We saw him go massive at the end of his run in Melbourne, Australia. Nice slap wheelie there. He's keeping up that tradition here tonight. Backsiding the racing lane, just a nice easy hit, trying to get over to these. Oh, nice. Ooh, looking for reverse. It gets neutral. He misses reverse, and he gets neutral there. Another cross thread over the bus stack. Oh, another save. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a move there. An insane save from Jeff Brock in Snowhawk. Another massive leap there. Big sky wheelie for the man himself as we keep it running with just about 15 seconds on the clock here. Looking for a cross thread here for Jeff Brock. Look at this. A backflip. Oh, looking for a save. It's not going to happen. 6 seconds still on the clock there. What are we looking at for a score? An 8.1. So we do have a new leader. An 8.1 grabs the lead. We'll see just how long he can hold that here tonight in New Orleans. We got some big competitors and some big obstacles. Here comes the final competitor of the first half. Madusa is here. 2 minutes on the clock. Looking for that set of cars to get us started. Trying to get a slap wheelie there. Almost gets it. Nicely done. Right through the motorhome. Keeping it running. Back down on all fours. We'll see if she can get to these first 30 seconds and potentially line herself up for a score here tonight. Another back end first landing there on that double. Moving around to the racing cross thread. A little bit of a side slap on the landing, but she does get to those first 30 seconds. So a score will be coming in for Medusa here tonight. Look at the big air in the racing lane. Oh my goodness, and a beautiful slap wheelie down the track. Nicely done. Over the fun box we go, and gonna combo it up with the double. Oh, nicely done. A great save there from Medusa, definitely getting into a tough spot, but manages to pull herself out of it. Nice little cross thread there over the bus stack as well. Again, a great slap wheelie down the track for Medusa. Medusa bringing out the classic moves here tonight, the textbook moves, the more technical ones. Uh-oh. Oh, nice. Trying to let that truck settle. Trying to spin it around as well, but heads right into that wall. We got just about 30 seconds on the clock. How can she turn up the dial anymore and potentially grab the lead from Jeff Brock and Snowhawk? Go for another slap wheelie. That'll do it. Nice cross thread there over that fun box. What is next for the Queen of Carnage? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She's going to give it a shot, too. Looking for a backflip. Little mini flip, and she nails it with the stoppie on. Oh, no. Stuffs the chassis just a little bit, and over she goes. That's going to get her an 8. So she has the new second place spot, grabbing a podium to close off the first half of Freestyle. If you're enjoying tonight's freestyle competition, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know with a comment down below. Check us out on Instagram at RORSRPS for early access to the week's racing bracket, pit party pictures, and more. And of course, check us out on RORSRPS.com for our Season 3 trading cards. If you sign up and are named as a driver officially and you appear in a video, you have at least one card in your name. Again, that's RORSRPS.com. Snowhawk with the lead right now, an 8.1. And then, of course, Medusa with 8 in second. American Guardian has third place. Storm Damage, 7.6. Hurricane Force, 7.25. Gunslinger in that bottom spot with 2. And Kong with 5.75. Coming out next, looking for a new top spot, Giovanna Hayes in Megalodon Fire, swimming out onto the track. Man, this Fire Megalodon looks so good. It's one of my favorites, I gotta say, visually. I love that Fire Megalodon truck, and it's not just because it's an RORSRPS All Star. Giovanna Hayes lining up for her first move, a massive cross thread here, going for it. Big sky wheelie, and a little bit of an awkward landing, but a great recovery there for Giovanna Hayes. Over the wall of steel with a little bit of lag, running into some lag issues here for Giovanna, but nonetheless, the run continues as she goes right up the center step up. Beautiful jump there, an insane transfer for Giovanna Hayes, expertly tapping the brakes and getting the nose pointed down. Great control of the truck in a tight spot there with that set of cars. Oh my goodness, taking a risk there. The first one to really gas it over the racing lane like that. Could have sent her into the wall, but nonetheless, some more massive air keeps the run going. Giovanna Hayes turning it up here tonight. She does tag the wall there, and they shut her off. A minute and 6 seconds still on the clock. Again, she only tagged the wall. She's not on the wall, so I believe they will let her refire. Just a quick warning to her, and she may be able to refire. Yes, there she is. The clock will continue on her next hit. Coming up to that pad, massive air, and a great landing on that double. Wow. Past the halfway point of this run, some more massive air. Look at the sky wheelie down the track. Oh my goodness, that was huge. What is next for Giovanna Hayes? Right up the bus stack. And a great slap wheelie on the landing. She's doing a good job, generally speaking, of keeping it off the walls. She did tag the one down at the bottom of the track, but, I mean, she hasn't done it since. And she's keeping it safe around the dumpsters as well. Less than 30 seconds on the clock now. Crossing it up over the bus stack. Beautifully done. Gonna combo up the double here. Nicely done. Little slap wheelie right into the fun box, standing it straight up and down. A great move there from Giovanna Hayes. Coming right up the center with some speed. Look at the sky wheelie. Oh my goodness, a big hit on the chassis, but she is still on all fours, and that pulls her a 7.9. So we do have a new final podium spot, 3rd place for Giovanna Hayes here tonight as she throws in a reverse move, looking for a save. Oh, and she nails it. I thought she was done, but she got it. Giovanna Hayes, Megalodon Fire. One more save to close out the run, and what a save it was. Wow. Coming out next, trying to live up to his name once again, legendary Jerr in the Liberator, going right up the backside of the double to kick off his run. We'll see what he has in the tank here tonight, man. Hopefully, again, he's not switching up his attempt at the freestyle competition, his strategy that he's had all season, because it has worked for him. 2 freestyle championships behind him already. We'll see if he can keep that up here tonight. Coming around to the motorhome with a big sky wheelie up and over it. Nicely done. That gets us past those first 30 seconds. What is next? Look at this. Nobody's gone for this yet. Oh, completely vertical. Nicely done. That was a great move and a great save from legendary Jerr. And I mean, he didn't really have to do much. All he did was tap the gas, let the truck settle. But a good driver knows when to use the brake pedal and let that truck settle down. Bryce Kenny said it himself recently in a YouTube video. So a good driver knows when to let the truck settle, when to let off the gas, when to tap the brake, and utilize that to its full potential. Legendary Jerr looking for his next move here. Big leap into the double and almost a perfect transfer there. A great landing, full control of that truck though. And that gets him to these final 30 seconds. Look at the slap wheelie from legendary Jerr. 25 seconds left as we look for a bicycle. Oop. Oh, reverse move right into it. Wow. Quick thinking there from legendary Jerr, not letting a moment go to waste. And look at the air continuing for the Liberator. Drifting that truck around. That is it. This does not fit into time. What are we looking at for a score? A 7.85. So he ends up just above Cody Saucier, Monster Energy, 7.8, I believe. Oh, looking for a save. Trying to get it. He is, that has to, this, oh my goodness, he's still going. You're kidding me. Yeah, lay it down. That has to be one of the longest save attempts we've ever had on the channel. Wow. Legendary Jerr really working for his name. Again, 7.85. Not enough for the lead here tonight. Josh Tonkin, son of a digger, gonna come out next. A one-time two-wheel skills champion, one-time fastest qualifier at the World Finals, and a one-time Dubby racing champion at the World Finals. Looking to lock down a freestyle championship once again. This would be his second of the season. Can he do it here in New Orleans tonight? Looks like he has something planned. Maybe a reverse. Nope, not reverse. Going for the stoppie here, it looks like. Little nose wheelie off of the step up. 2 minutes on the clock. We have begun for Son of a Digger and Josh Tonkin. Great move here. Great control of that Son of a Digger truck. Josh Tonkin has proved it. Oh! Oh my goodness! He nailed it as his first move. We've seen some great first moves from Josh Tonkin in the past. He keeps it up here in New Orleans tonight. 30 seconds down as well. So he gets right into the scoring potential of this run thanks to an insane first move. Massive leap. Big cross thread over that double. Josh Tonkin has never been a slouch, but this was not his season. Tonight might be his night. If he, oh no! Oh, are you kidding me? No save there. 59 seconds still on the clock. Yeah, that's a 5.5, and most of that comes from his first move. Oh my goodness. Another unfortunate break for Josh Tonkin, not only in the racing competition, but here in freestyle as well. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco Overcast, making the debut of this 2025 Bull with that overcast scheme. We'll see what it does for him here tonight. It might be his good luck charm. It might not. I mean, we got to see what happens here. It wasn't in racing. One of his worst performances in the racing competition this season. Not necessarily bad, but one of the worst performances from Armando Castro. Starting us off with a great moonwalk into a combo onto the rear end. Over he goes. Is he going to save it? Yes, he is. And he's going to keep it going on the nose. Look at this. Beautiful moonwalk from Armando Castro, and he's going to get right into it with a big sky wheelie up and over that step up. 30 seconds complete. He will be getting a score for those insane moves. His first, I guess you could call it 3 or 4 or 5 moves, but nonetheless, still on all 4 BKTs. Big air over the double, and continuing to burn it down here in New Orleans tonight. Beautiful arc, setting him up great for that slap wheelie, even getting a little bit of an unintentional bicycle there. Coming around for that double once again. And another great landing for Armando. Oh no, you're kidding me. Reverse over the little wall of steel we got. The little car and van. And he goes right back the opposite direction. Nobody's gone for that save it. He does save it, but they do shut him off. He is out into crew territory. It definitely, I'm laughing, but a dangerous situation there for Armando Castro. 42 seconds still on the clock. Yeah, they do let him refire, so that means the clock will continue when he hits his next move, whether it be a donut, a stoppie, a jump. What is next for Armando Castro? He's been turning it up all show. He's gonna go right up the center. Big leap for Armando Castro, trying to get a momentum stoppie there. Can't quite get it, but nonetheless, he does settle the truck down for an attempt for a backflip here. Oh, little twist. Oh, save it. Yeah, nicely done. What a save for Armando Castro. That is truck awareness right there. Beautifully done from Armando as he comes over to that racing lane with some more massive air. And it's funny to call out truck awareness right after heading out of bounds, but nonetheless, truck awareness it is. Looking, oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! We got a front flip in the regular season. Armando Castro with a 9.35. Your new freestyle leader. And I don't know how anyone is going to top that. Wow. Cole Stevens, Thunderroarus going right up the center with a massive leap. 2 minutes on the clock for this yellow Thunderroarus truck, black and yellow here in New Orleans. Great slap wheelie there, gonna combo it up with that fun box. I'm still in shock, man. A great attempt at a front flip there. I mean, it was successful. Don't get me wrong. But it was no mad scientist. I'll tell you that much. Landing was a little rough there, Armando. But nonetheless, new freestyle leader, 9.35. Wow. Cole Stevens, man. Cole Stevens going for the double. Gonna come up short on the landing. Nice save there, keeping it off of the nose. No body damage on that landing. Up and over the wall of steel there. Nice little slap wheelie on the landing. Solid attempt at it. Again, coming back over for the double. Gonna nose over hard. And another save, keeping that truck on all 4 BKT tires. Nicely done for Colt Stevens. As he looks for a bicycle. One of the few pure attempts at a bicycle here tonight. Does lock it down nicely. Look at this. Definitely thought he was kind of going for a backflip, but no. Ends up in a sky wheelie. And a great butt kicker up onto the nose. Colt Stevens walking it back. Up onto the pad and keeps it going. Oh, over. Save it. No, no. Truck just doesn't pull him over. You saw that front wheel bite, but it kicked him over. It didn't bring him back onto all fours. That's going to be a 7.15, even with the short clock. Though it is a low 7, don't get me wrong. But he's in contention with a lot of other drivers here tonight. He is not completely out of the fight like a couple have been, the 5s and the 2. Devin Barber in Avenger, bringing back that World Finals 19 Nomad. We'll see if that is a better good luck charm for Devin than it was for Jim back then. In racing, Devin had one of the poorer performances of the season. He did make it into the second round, but that was it. So we'll see what happens here for Devin in freestyle. 2 minutes on the clock. Nice big leap up and over that center step up, bringing out that classic Team Scream air here in New Orleans. Oh, stuffing that nose down. Gets a great slap wheelie, and I believe that is what he was going for. But nosing over pretty hard there, man. Big nose pick. Look at the leap here. Oh my goodness. And a beautiful landing. That was insane. 30 seconds down, so a score will be coming in for Devin Barber in Avenger. Oh. Little bicycle attempt here down at the bottom of the track. Nice save, and he's back on the other side. Oh, one wheel. Come on, save it. Yeah! Just about a minute left on the clock. We are halfway through this freestyle run. Devin Barber needs to turn up the dial to beat a 9.35, but this is a solid run. We're getting to second place territory right now if he can continue to turn up the dial and keep this energy going. Well, my opinion. You never know what these judges will do, man. Going for the slap wheelie off of the fun box right into the bus stack, walking it up on those 2 back tires. Wow. 30 seconds left on the clock as he takes on the racing lane with some more massive air. Doing Jim proud, man. Wow. Coming around for the fun box. No. No. Going for it. Oh my goodness. Does tag the dumpster there. 6 seconds. They shut him off. That was kind of an unsafe hit. That is going to do it. 6 seconds. But a 9.45 for Devin Barber in Avenger, a new freestyle leader here in New Orleans. The Nomad does him well here in New Orleans tonight. A 9.45 for your new leader. We've seen him do front flips before. I guess it isn't out of the question. But man, to bring it out 2 in one night. We've seen 2 in past World Finals history here on RORSRPS. I guess 4 in total now. Wow. Shane Lake and Gravedigger getting us started up on the nose here off of that center step up. Kicking off his 2 minutes of freestyle. What is next is my question. Oh, a solid attempt there at a slap stoppy combo. Really not bad. Just couldn't get the grip to pull that front end under. Nice shot at that slap combo. First 30 seconds are complete as well for Shane Lake with a little slap wheelie. Oh man, nice. That was a beautiful leap. Great combo, but a beautiful leap up and over the bus stack. Look at the air here over the double. Nicely done. I say it for a few drivers, man, but one thing that always remains the same, Shane Lake is never a slouch in the freestyle competition. Even when he goes out early, he goes out because he goes too big, man. We're halfway through this run, and I'm excited to see what he can bring out next. Oh, big sky wheelie. Oh, kind of gets snagged on the car there, it looked like, but it managed to save him. He's back down on all 4 BKTs, keeping that truck on all 4s, keeping it safe, keeping this run going. Just about 30 seconds left. Does get tripped up on the wall of steel with a great slap wheelie on the landing and throws it right into a combo with the fun box, man. Oh my goodness. Coming up that center step up, some massive air. Once again, big air for Shane Lake here tonight. Uh-oh. He's gonna go for a backflip, a little mini flip attempt here for Shane Lake. Oh, over. Oh, in reverse, looking for a save. Oh, they're letting him go. They're letting him go. Oh, and he gets it. Pulls it off the nose, and that is one complete move. So that got into time. That's an 8.75. So not enough for a new lead. Really, he's third place right now. So not terrible, but definitely not a new leader. Not in the fight for the top position. Oh my goodness, a big hit for Shane Lake on the nose there. He manages to keep it in bounds, but that has to be the hardest hit of the night there, man. Wow. Ouch. Another front flip too? I don't know, kind of like Dennis's front flip from, what was that, Tampa? Oh man. One truck left, and he is the only one eligible for a Dubby Double Down. You earn that Dubby Double Down by earning the Dubby Racing and Freestyle Championship in one night. Can Trevor Goldberg do it is the question. He needs a perfect run. He needs to beat Avenger's 9.45, and that is a tough score to beat. Massive air from Trevor Goldberg to kick off the run. Potentially the biggest air of the night, and definitely the biggest air off of the racing lane that we have seen at all tonight. Wow. Nice combo there through the double. You see, hey, Shane is still out here. That's interesting. Over the wall of steel, completely clearing it there for Trevor Goldberg, and that is going to get him past these first 30 seconds. So a score will be coming in for Trevor at the end of the run. A nice big leap up the step up as well. Again, another slap wheelie for the Rigs and Rods Mente style chassis. Nice leap over the bus stack as well, and I believe the only one to successfully pull off the momentum stoppie tonight. Oh no, CJ Mente did also. Look at this. Oh, looking for a save. Oh my goodness. He's still in the fight and he pulls it off. Trevor Goldberg with one of the most insane saves of the night, potentially of the season. Wow. Oh my goodness, and he's gonna keep it running. A big cross thread here. Are we looking at another Dubby Double Down, the second of the season? Both coming from past Mente's names, excuse me. Bulldozer first, and now potentially in the running for sure. Trevor Goldberg in Max D. Can he lock it down? He needs to continue to go big here tonight. Oh my goodness! The stoppie to backflip for Trevor Goldberg as he tosses it. Over he goes. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. Oh, an awkward bounce kicks him over. That's going to end him without a save. And that's going to put him at a 9.4, so he gets second place. Trevor Goldberg ends up on the podium, one spot away from the Dubby Double Down. That means your Dubby Freestyle champion tonight is Devin Barber in Avenger once again. Your second time winner this season. Avenger in the top spot with a 9.45, Max D 9.4, El Toro 9.35, and Gravedigger with that 8.75 in fourth. Snowhawk 8.1, Medusa with an 8 flat. Megalodon ends up with a 7.9, and the first of the halfway points, the Liberator, with a 7.85. Also at that middle point, American Guardian with 7.8, Monster Energy was 7.75, Hurricane Force was 7.25, and Storm Damage was 7.6. Thunderroarus 7.15, Kong with 5.75, Son of a Digger unfortunately with a 5.5, and Gunslinger with that too. A very unfortunate performance here in the freestyle and in the racing competition. I believe that is our points loser, but let's get a look at our overall points for tonight's show. This is racing and freestyle season points combined for tonight only. This is where we find out our top 8 and who is coming back to the tryouts tour next week. Max D is your overall leader with that 33, Avenger with 24, El Toro with 18, and Gravedigger with 16. All RORSRPS All Stars, Snowhawk and Thunderroarus tie with 15. So Snowhawk will return, and that is it that are coming back next show. Snowhawk will return, but that's it. Liberator, a big surprise, is done. Kong, done. American Guardian, done. Monster Energy is done. Same for Storm Damage, Hurricane Force, and Gunslinger, all tryouts tour competitors that are out starting now. Son of a Digger is also at a low spot with 3 points for the night, but he's not the points loser. Gunslinger, Caden Gamer Expert, holds that spot here tonight. But if you enjoyed the freestyle competition, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, let me know with a comment down below. We have new shows every Saturday. Also check us out on Instagram at RORSRPS for early access to the week's racing bracket, pit party pictures, and more extra content. Also check us out on RORSRPS.com to get your hands on the RORSRPS Season 3 trading cards. You don't want to miss out on those, guys. Any driver that has been featured in a video has cards with their name on it, and you can get 4 packs or more for 25% off your order. Dubby Energy is the channel partner when it comes to energy. They fuel everything on this channel, from editing to commentary to recording to graphic design, all of it fueled by Dubby Energy. Clean, jitterless energy, sugar-free, artificial dye-free, filler-free, carb-free, just pure deliciousness, and they have flavors to fit everybody. So check them out at dubby.gg online or on social media. See what flavors they got, get one that is right for you, and make sure you tell them we sent you. Use code RORSRPS at checkout for 10% off your purchase. Even the sample pack, you can use our code for that and get it even cheaper. My flavor of the day is Pom Blom, Pomegranate Blossom. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's episode. It's been a lot of fun. We had some wild moments here in New Orleans. Be sure to come back next week, same time, same place. Thank you once again. I'll see you then as we head to Paxton, Illinois for Tom Mentz's farewell finals.